Welcome to one of my very beginner level core videos or core exercise videos. This is to sort of build some endurance in your core, but also some awareness around when we should be turning on the low tummy to stabilize the back and the pelvis. So we're going to start off on our hands and knees. If you're not able to go onto your hands and knees, you're more than welcome to use like an ottoman or something and come onto your forearms. If you don't have anything like that, you can definitely try this on your forearms as well, but it might be just a little bit trickier. So if you've got anything to kind of prop yourself up on, that would be better if you're not able to use your hands. If your wrists are really uncomfortable in hands and knees, another great accommodation is to use yoga blocks, or if you have a yoga mat or like a thick quilt, roll it up and hold the ends in this sort of an angle, and that'll make it a lot less stressful on your wrists. I apologize, I should have had my yoga mat ready to show you. But essentially, if you turn out sideways, that can be really helpful as well, okay? So starting off with hands and knees, we're going to be practicing our belly breathing. So nice big inhale, let the belly go because we have to relax the belly in order to turn it on correctly. And then with that exhale, we're going to zipper up. So again, one more time, inhale down, and then exhale, pick it up. With this next one, we're going to add a little bit of a cat-cow. So you're going to inhale, a little gentle arch, and then exhale, gentle rounding, thinking of sending the tailbone down between the knees. Let's do that again. Nice big inhale. Chest comes up, lifts a little bit through the arms, sternum shines forward, and then exhale, thinking of lifting that pubic bone towards the belly button. Okay, inhale down. Chest is proud here a little bit, and then exhaling, thinking of gathering your belly back up towards your spine. Last one here. Inhale. And then exhale. Really think of connecting with your core. And once we've done that, we're going to settle back into neutral spine. So finding what feels the most natural for your back, we're going to do some scapular glides. So we're going to think of allowing your rib cage to descend down towards the floor and then press the floor away, rounding up through the upper back, not the lower back. And again, allowing the chest to come down. Maybe you're feeling a little stretch here, and then pressing the floor away. While you're doing this, make sure that your shoulders aren't moving closer to your ears. We still want that neck to stay nice and long. We still want the elbows to be engaged, but not locked, right? So if you have a tendency to lock out your elbows, think of the creases in the fronts of your elbows softening to turn and face each other. We don't want the creases facing forward, okay? Sorry, so one more scap glide here. And then we're going to add in some rotation. So back to our engagement of the core with that exhale, we're going to add a little bit of a twist, okay? So let's set the core first. Inhale, down into the belly, exhale, pick it up. We're going to bring one elbow up, little twist here, and then bring it back down. Other side, inhale down, exhale, zipper, zipper, and then bringing that elbow up and back down to the floor. One more time, inhale, and then exhale, and back up here. So you're going to keep going. If you're on the floor or on your forearms, this can be a little bit tricky. So if you're doing this on your hands, I want you to continue. But if you're on the floor, then you can still do a little bit of a stretch here, whatever's comfortable. Maybe you don't get as far, but that's okay. The goal here is to really stay zippered up as we bring some spinal rotation into the movement. Okay, so back to hands. For anyone that's joining me on your hands, we're going to add a little bit of a swim prep now. So finding that gentle core engagement. We're going to slide one leg away and bring it back. Other side, slide that leg back. We're using that low tummy. We're using that back, the equivalent of the TA in the back, your multifidus, right? And so making sure that you're keeping your knees directly under the hips. You're still zipped up here. Maybe you have to pause to reset your core. Exhale, set that core. Maybe do 2 reps on each side between every reset. But again, we're really aiming to bring some endurance work into the shoulders, into the abdominals, which, they work very well when we're on our hands and knees. And I know it is challenging for a lot of people, but if you can do this, that's great. From here, we're going to add an arm raise. So if it's too much load on your wrists at this point, you're more than welcome to sit back a little bit into a child's pose. Take the load off of your wrists. That's perfectly fine. Okay, let me just fix this here. We're going to come back in this sort of low sitting or this heel sitting position. Find your core again. Inhale down, exhale, engage your core. We're going to just pick up one hand, put it back down. Pick up the other side, put it back down. If you can do this here, by all means, stay up on your hands and knees, that's great. Or just maybe partially reclined into a child's pose. You're still going to get a really nice benefit for your core in regards to engagement in this position. And eventually, hopefully, we can get you back into this position here. All right, so a couple of arm raises. I lost track because I'm not good at counting. But we're going to move on into a sitting position. So we're here in sitting. If you need a little bit of help with any of these exercises, you're more than welcome to use a ball. Any sort of ball is great. Anything that has a little bit of give. If you don't have a ball, if you have a stuffy, that's also kind of helpful as well. Or if you have a big fluffy towel, you can roll that up. And we're going to place that between the knees. We're going to place the hands on the knees as well, or underneath the thighs, whichever is more comfortable for you. Okay, so from here, don't forget, back to our breathing. We're going to inhale, big tummy here, exhale, and sink and round the low back. Inhaling, sit up tall. Exhale, think of drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button, gapping the vertebrae in your spine. We really want to spread and fan the vertebrae apart right here. Keep working. I'm just going to talk a little bit more. What I see a lot is people start to use their shoulders. So that's why we want to keep the hands on the knees. We don't want to allow the chest to travel back away from the knees too much. We really should be focusing on the low back doing the movement. So imagine there's a fish hook in the back of the seat of your pants, and that fish hook is pulling your waistband, right? There shouldn't be a fish hook in the back of your upper spine. Like, we shouldn't be sinking the chest down. It's all from your low back, right? So if you've done a few of those, you're more than welcome to make this a little bit harder. We're going to bring the hands down underneath the thighs if they're not there already, and we're going to go back a little bit more. Right? So we're exhaling to come back and then inhaling to come back up and exhaling, round, 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 and come back up. If you're still having trouble with this, think of your pubic bone. If we're starting sitting, the pubic bone is facing forward. When we go back, I want you to think of turning your pubic bone up slightly towards the ceiling. Sitting up tall, pubic bone is facing the wall, and then exhaling, turn that pubic bone a little bit upwards, okay? So it's all down in the pelvis. All right, so from here, we're gonna go on to our backs. And we're going to start to work into, hair. We're gonna start to work into a little bit of a dead bug prep. So we're gonna keep one knee down. You're gonna take your squishy, your stuffy, whatever you've got, fluffy towel. You're going to place it on one knee, bring that knee up towards your chest. We're going to take two hands and we're going to press, right? And we're going to hold that there. Inhaling into the tummy, exhale, deepen your press. Maybe bring that knee in towards your chest a little bit more. Inhaling, and then exhaling, deepen that contraction. And again, big inhale, and then exhale. If you're feeling this in your hip flexor and you're only feeling it maybe in here, then I would actually have you remove the ball and bring your knee in right up close to your chest if that's easier. So sometimes it can be just too much, the angle just might not be correct or might not be great for what's going on with your body right now. So we're going to get rid of the ball, inhale, and then exhale. You're gonna press, press, press. So my hands are pushing into the knee and the knee is pressing into the hands. So let's switch sides, right? So if you have a ball or a stuffy or whatever you've got, you're gonna take that, bring it right up against your thigh, nice big inhale, and then exhale a little bit deeper here, okay? And again, big inhale, and exhaling, deep engagement, thinking of compressing through that core with every exhale. Inhale again, and exhale. Big press, big press, big press here. Very nice. One more. And exhaling. I think that was somewhat equal number on both sides. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And it's very possible I'm wrong. Okay. So that's your dead bug prep, and that's going to help prime you for doing dead bugs later down the road. So now comes the hard part. We're going to be doing these leg slides or these heel slides, and you probably have done them before. A big question that I get is, Ellen, should I be an imprint when I do these things? And my answer to that is not really. We don't want to be encouraging a change in your spine shape. We don't want a rounding of the low back because that's going to change the way the pressure in your core and pelvic floor operate. It's also not functional to be building strength in a rounded position because we don't always move in a rounded position. Ideally, we should be in what we call neutral, right? So there should be just enough room for a hand, or for some people, maybe like a blueberry. Everyone is different. Everyone's just like our faces and our noses, our spines are different too. Not everyone's going to have the same spine shape or curvature. And those things may change over time. Our noses continue to grow. Our spines will continue to change over our lifetimes. That was a lot of talking, but we're going to go into those leg slides. All right, so nice big inhale, exhaling, feeling maybe a little bit of pressure in my hand, or if you want to put a towel because your arm, you can't bring your arm to your behind your back. I get that. Maybe you've had some shoulder issues. Take a towel, roll it up, place it underneath. Let me just grab mine just so that you can see. I don't want the towel to be too thick here. So just thirds is great. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see that. And then we're going to place that underneath our low back. But as I said, everyone's back might be different, right? So we're going to make sure on that exhale, we're going to push down into the towel if you need that extra support. So nice big inhale into the tummy, exhaling, compress, press down. We're going to slide one leg away and then bring it back in. If you can hold that contraction as you continue, that's great. If you need to stop and reset, by all means, you're going to do that, right? So we're aiming for, let's say, 8 reps, 4 and 4, and then you can always see if you can do another set for building endurance. So again, this video is just really one of my most beginner level core videos. So you may only be able to do one set of 6 or 8. Perhaps you've been unable to use your core for a long time. So that's why I made this video, because it can be a little bit overwhelming to jump into some higher level videos, right? So don't forget, if you have to reset, then you can do that. Okay, let's do one more on each side again, because I'm not good at counting. And And then from here, if you want to try a ball march, if you do have a ball, or maybe like a short foam roller, you can place that in between the shins. Okay, there's a little bit of a squeeze on the ball, and we're just going to march one leg up and bring it back down, and the other leg up and the other leg down. So I do love these little Pilates or yoga balls. They're quite inexpensive. Sometimes you can get away with using almost like a, anyone plays dodgeball, like some sort of like a dodgeball vinyl ball you can pick up at the dollar store. Those are also fine. It's really just anything of about 9 or 10 inches in diameter. This is about 9 right now because it's slightly deflated by choice. And so when we're using the ball, it turns on the inner thighs, which helps to activate the core. Okay, so that's it for this video. There are going to be more. I do plan on making more. And then hopefully as time goes on, you can either go with the beginner level, moving up to the intermediate, or perhaps you can combine them both together. You can use the beginner video as your warm up, and then eventually into the advanced.